blame the breeder either, in the sense that if every seed's that way, yeah, maybe. But respectable breeders that I know, they all understand nature. They're all doing their best to put out good genetics, but that does not guarantee anybody 100% success in every seed that's popped. But what's cool is we only had a 3-pack, and there was 5 seeds in there. And so out of a 3-pack of seeds, I have 4 that we get to use
in my draft league.
Earth boxes, and they're all looking really good. So let me grab one.
See if we can pull off a dub, man.
It has its seed still on there, which I think is really cool. Like you can see, this was a 2-leafer, and then immediately to 3. And then we're going to see 4, probably not, probably skip, but 5 and 7 and 9, and a lot of times you'll see 11 leafers if they're healthy. And I just like watching that. You see all uniformly good health. Part of what's interesting now is since they're all being fed the same thing, I'm not going to like adjust the seed
Gotta roll up something first.
higher feeding to the bigger ones. That's the hydro way. But here I can clearly see the difference in each seed and its underlying genetic potential and some of the variegation that they have or the leaf shape. And so as we go down the line, I'll point out a few things. But the Marathon OG feminized look really good. To bring it back, the seed's still on there. The root's just starting to pop through, but I don't see like it's matted underneath there. And I can tell because it's only been 2 weeks. It's 14, 15 days since we put the seed in the soil. Not since we like germinated them. The dry seed was placed in the wet soil. And this is how much growth we've had since then. It may not seem like a lot, or it may seem like a ton, depending on how experienced you are. Either way, the curve that the plant's growing is exponential. A little slower in the beginning, and as it gets its solar panels, it starts to grow exponentially fast. And if you're not prepared for it, from this phase to the next phase can be so fast you can run out of room. So make sure you're considering that timeline. These all look good. I can't wait to transplant them. There is one that's slightly smaller, but it looks like it's definitely going to be healthy. I think that it was just a little bit later to pop, and so that can happen. Don't worry about it. You'll get to see that they'll catch up fairly similarly when you get them fully transplanted. The other thing to notice, though, is just 4 or 5 days can make a big difference when these plants, if they pop at different times. And it's pretty phenomenal to witness that and see, wow, that one's only 2 or 3 days ahead, and it's much larger. It starts to happen really quick. So before I go on to the rest, these are the feminized autoflowers. And the reason why I was showing you the bottom is I don't want these to be overgrown with roots. We're not growing the plant, the soil is, and it should be perfect to its full genetic potential. Everything we do can only remove from that full potential. If we have a great run, maybe we live up to 90% of its potential. If we have some major problems, maybe it lives up to half of its potential. But I don't think that I have the ability to double its potential. I can only take from it by having mistakes. Otherwise, it's a perfect run and kind of unlocking its potential. When it comes to autoflowers, you don't want to stall it. So you hear me say, from the seedling, you want to transplant on time. So there's no like period where it has to slow its own energy down and just remain stagnant. You want it to crawl, and then you want it to walk, and then you want it to run. And you don't want to grow crawl, walk, run, crawl. When you do that, it's because you don't have consistency. And so the garden teaches you consistency and discipline unlocks unbelievable potential. The key to this autoflower is I really don't want them to go through that crawl, walk, crawl phase. Because autoflowers are different in the sense that they don't have this life that is separate from their flowering life. These, if I were to have a mistake, I could just add more time to my grow cycle and correct the mistakes before we go into flower. So the photo periods are forgiving in the sense that a lot of new growers start with autoflowers, and that's great. They work really well, and I'm more impressed after season 3 than I ever have been. But the forgiving side of a photo period plant is that if you do make an early mistake of overwatering or of hurting the plant or forgetting to water it, you can let it fully get healthy before you send it to flower. And then you can let it ramp up with its energy into that stretch phase. If you mess up an autoflower, you've done messed up because it's on a ticking time clock. From the moment you put the seed in, it's going to start going into flower on a timer, not on a photo period change. These I can flip to 12 hours, and that starts it. These are already starting. And because we want to get 2 autoflower runs, I want them to be going immediately, and I don't want to hold them back. I've got to transplant these in the next 1 to 2 days. So tomorrow, we may do it, depending on time. I want this one that's a little bit slower and took 2 days longer, I think, to pop. I want this one to get a little bigger and a little bit more upright and sturdy, which it will do on its own. Sometimes your seeds, even with the light coat, they'll come out stretchy, and then they'll really kind of woody up and firm up, and they'll get stout. And so don't worry about it. But this one, a couple days, will be more like these. It'll be an easy transplant for all 4, and I'll show you that when we do it, mainly because I have not decided if I'm going to do 4 different soils and 4 earth boxes, if I'm going to do all the same soil. And as I make that decision and do the transplanting, we're going to document it. We're going to be talking about the environment, making sure it's perfect, and we're going to do our full episode on that. We got through one tray. I talk a lot. Whatever. I appreciate the encouragement from all of you guys and all of the positive comments. The Soleil Levant, Kid Kaya, he's a local breeder, and he's been interacting with Build a Soil like since I started. And I also trust his decision-making when it comes to flavors and the health of the plant, the structure, and everything else. And so when I heard that he was making seeds, he shared some. It wasn't really for a project that was for sale. And all of us have been enjoying them so much. We really kind of encouraged it, and he's been doing his own thing. So when we made the visit, I kind of connected the dots for you guys so we could talk about it more. But these are the Soleil Levant. And in that video, I discussed that means the rising sun. And he named it after the rising sun. And the main reason is that this is more of his daytime. It's slightly more of the narrow leaf, what he called like a sativa dominant. And he says it's one of his favorites. 9 out of 10. A lot of uniform-looking plants. I've got one run way back here that I'll explain. You can almost see.
All right, we ready. We ready.
Its seed hole was like wrapped around these leaves from the cotyledon up and pinched, and the hole, it's what they call helmet head. And it was just literally rocking its seed hole like that. And I talked about during planting how we prefer to put the seed sideways. Some people prefer to put it upside down. The main reason is when the taproot grows out and bends into the soil, it now rips the new seed out of the soil vertically instead of straight up. It goes kind of sideways, and that oftentimes removes the seed hole on its own. When that doesn't happen, sometimes the plant can either lack the energy to pop it off on its own, if it's a little runty, or maybe it just gets delayed because it's extra firm or it's on there. Sometimes you can go pinch it, sometimes you don't want to do that. I believe in the last video I showed how I pinched this one. And so now it dropped its seed hole, and now it's starting to grow. It still looks like it might be the runt of the pack. And I believe that's why it did not have the energy to drop its own seed hole. Take it for what it's worth. This jokingly could be my favorite one as far as smoke, and this most beautiful one might be the male. Who knows? You have to really experience them all. Like, it's more survival of the fittest for me. I'm not really like, yo, the runt's going to be the best. I'll keep it around, I'll make sure it's doing its thing, but when it comes to medium-sized plants that are females for transplant, I'm unlikely to pick the weakest one. However, if there's only the exact number I need, and this happens to be one of the females, I will be sad if I had discarded it, because it would still be very worthwhile. And who knows? Like in season 1, the runt could turn out to be the absolute best. So we want to make sure that we still acknowledge that possibility. Otherwise, they all look great. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Looks like we're hitting 5 leafers for the first time just coming out, where it was 3 going to 5, so you can kind of see that. Next tray, we've got the Fruit by the Funk, and this is the one I mentioned that was an older pack, and so I wasn't sure if it all popped. We got 8 out of 10, which is really good numbers, especially for an older seed pack that I didn't really store perfectly. They look beautiful. I really like the serrated edges that you see here, and they have like this turgor along the edge that gives it that definition. Really gives it that 3D look, even though I know obviously it is 3D. It's not so flat and opaque. It's got some real structure to it, and I really like seeing that. In any case, not much to tell right now. I'm just kind of looking at the health. You can see roots that are popping out the bottom. It's drinking its water now. I think the biggest learning curve when you pop a seed in something this size is that if you overwater it, it can really stunt its growth early on, and a lot of times you tend to like want to give them love through the form of water and drown them. And one of the things I've noticed about seedlings is once you know that they've dried down at least one time in here, or they've gotten lighter weight, then they tend to receive water pretty well. But when it's still heavy and the plants are still kind of young, like this one that's fronted, I didn't want to give any water to it, it's still a little heavy. If I were to water that right now, it would continue to keep it slow. I want that to get lighter in weight, and we'll see an explosion of growth, and then I'll water it, and then it'll keep up with its own drinking, no problem. So something to consider. Try not to overwater when it comes to seedlings. When I popped them, I literally never added water after I put the seed in, but I did have domes on, and that made sure that I didn't have any evaporative water loss. So back to that in your brain wherever you will.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. It's a tradition that began in 1966.
Did not want to get the rock
off
first.
We go
Let's
on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Got a good squad that we're up against.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right to him.
Now ETN to start the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Cowboys at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And he is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's some good run defense.
He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. You look at this Colt defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense.
Damn!
Ever put pressure on the QB, it easily move into the top 5.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Oh, design run for their wideout. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Steps away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now Mahomes.
And
it's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
That's crazy.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Pure bullshit right there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They come.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game with the blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 13. Well, be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Colt defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group got a bunch of them in last week's game.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Get your blocks, get your blocks.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Chris Barnes there on the stop.
Good squad, man. Gotta wear him down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. That's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Evades him at the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Take the big deals, fellas.
Now a handoff running through the middle.
Damn.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Good motherfucking run play, boy.
To the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got his man, it's Warren.
Damn, that was me.
Bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Warren will try to right side.
Oh,
and he takes this one in
good
for
shit.
a Colts touchdown. Jalen Warren with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3, 10-7. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. Are back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd down, Sellers. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
It causes a growth of bacteria, almost like when you do sourdough bread. But because the growth in there is suffocated by the milk, only the lactobacillus starts to grow that can feed on the milk. So when it's good at it, lactobacillus is ubiquitous. It's everywhere. So then you get a separation of cheese and a white, like a clear liquid below called whey. And they dry that powder, and that's what athletes drink as a whey protein powder. And if you get a good one, it's like grass-fed cattle, and it's the whole deal. This is one step better because it's raw milk. It's not milk from the store. And it's unhomogenized. It's the deal. And then he takes that and he puts kefir in it instead of using a rice wash, which who knows what you're getting, where the lactobacillus is really coming from, and what the consortium looks like. But if you know about kefir, it is very diverse, very well documented, lots of, white papers, scientific studies on it. And we want to incorporate that natural diversity along with the amino acids, the builders of life, the proteins that you get like kind of like an athlete from drinking a protein shake. So this is essentially taking kefir and instead of leaving it in the yogurt stage, separating it fully into the cheese and into the whey liquid and taking the most active probiotic liquid I've ever seen and bottling it. And that's a lot of work. I mean, just to buy the kefir that's expensive and grains over months and months and months to get it to be enough to do large vats. Or you can just go start 10 of them unless you buy thousands of dollars of kefir and then have to use the milk.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Reed Blankenship is back deep to return it. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he shifts past him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Second and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Second down and a yard. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Try to get this pick.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
There we go.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Cowboy defense has a touchdown. There's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Dang, that was nice. That was nice.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
One earth box with 2 autoflyers will be here in the 10x10, utilizing as much of the DLI as we can under a 12-hour photo period. We're also going to have an 18-hour photo period grow tent. We're going to set up another 4x4. We're going to set up another grow light. And we're going to be putting...
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
All right, let's roll.
One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here. Trailing. Breaks the
Oh, no. Wow. All right, bitch. That's how you want to do it, Madden. That was Madden.
Touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Pretty good with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all.
That was some straight up bullshit.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Don't beat the Matrix, motherfucker.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Got scared of the blood.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, good damn.
Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Good kick, good kick, good kick.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now we'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
149 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And I don't want to harp on him, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pass taken.
Get the fuck out of here.
Touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson from 13 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Man.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Don't do me like that.
Moody good with the extra point.
Going on
and it
like
will
that.
make this a 4-point game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Put that shit on conservative for the strip and tackle. That's probably what it was.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm just going to dig out a little bit of a hole here that's beside the cup. So you can put the cup in and kind of see, or you can just eyeball it. It really doesn't matter. Tomatoes, you can plant it super deep, but with cannabis, you don't want to plant it super deep and have the stalk be in contact with all the
Up the middle they go. Sellers. And upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is
Good
caught.
catch. Good catch. Way to hold on to that rock.
First down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'll get in there and set up just here the front and then do the fall back circle. And I'm going to come back and make sure I water. This one feels like it's used. If you're deep watering, since I just transplanted, I don't want to water. So I'm going to come back.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try the left side. Sellers.
Oh,
and they'll be inside
come
the
on,
25
fella.
now at the 24. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Etienne once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
All right, this is Gatorade.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
Oh, they coming. Let's go, fellas.
Back to throw.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the 4th quarter now. Gay's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Running left, it's Warren.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Too much yards.
155 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Mahomes now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Warren. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end.
All right, we got to go for
To the
2.
end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Darius Slayton taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll set up to throw. This pass caught by
Good route.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A shotgun snap, and again the ETN. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Another tote for ETN. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through, all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Etienne will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
That is guilty.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Hoosier State will celebrate tonight as the Colts have won it. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Colts, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Good shit, good shit, good shit. Next week, fellas, next week. Getting better, though.
A lot of people call it ditchweed because the ruderalis comes from an area where there could be 24 hours of light. And because of that, they've developed a special feature. This type of hemp, this type of ruderalis plant, it acts differently in the sense that when you plant it, it doesn't wait for the sun to get to 12 hours per day or less to start to flower. Normally indoors, what we do is we just trigger our lights to be on 12 hours a day. Maybe 13 would be enough, but to make sure we go 12 hours or less, and that triggers the bloom that we're after in a set period of time. Outdoors, flowering can be lengthened because the sun takes a while to go down in time, and it's a beautiful process. But when you live in an area where it gets cold really fast, man, having a longer